election protests. This year, there have been at least 6 incidents of violence used against striking workers by police, private security firms, and employers, resulting in 41 injuries. This constant assault on protests render the right of the Cambodian people to freedom of expression and assembly increasingly vulnerable. We urge the Human Rights Council to extend its monitoring of Cambodia by requesting the special rapporteurs on the right to freedom of opinion and expression and peacefully assembly and association to conduct study on their respective issues in Cambodia. Those who perpetrate violent actions against human rights defenders are never punished. In June, a district governor was finally convicted of unintentional violence, having shot and wounded 3 garment factory workers during a protest. He has not served a single day of his sentence. Impunity needs to be urgently addressed. Mr. Special Rapporteur, we support your recommendations that human rights defenders should be allowed to carry out their work without intimidation and harassment, and your repeated recommendation to strengthen the independence and capacity of the judiciary. Further, we call on the Human Rights Council to urge the Cambodian government to conduct serious investigation into threat and attack against human rights defenders and to prosecute those responsible for human rights violations. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you. I give the floor next to the World Association for the School as an Institution.
Merci, Madame la Vice-Présidente.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Professor Subedi was able to write 2 important points into his report on the electoral and judicial reform. The Khmer people are currently living in a state of poverty, corruption, land grabbing by force, perpetual violence, signs of a breach of human rights, the Constitution, and the Paris Peace Accords on Cambodia in 1991. The majority of the Cambodian people have expressed their desire for change. They clearly expressed their desire to get rid of the yoke of the same authoritarian government for the past 3 decades. On this occasion, an already flawed electoral system was compounded by a rigged election and manipulation of results. These frauds have angered the Khmer people, and this has resulted in huge demonstrations worldwide to demand justice. As the world has seen, the government responds with repressive measures, such as the use of armed security forces with the support of armored vehicles and guns to frighten the population. Despite the 300,000 petitions to implore the king to postpone the inauguration of the 5th legislature of the National Assembly, they were not allowed to present them until yesterday, September 23. The fact that the opening of the new National Assembly contravenes Article 76 of the Constitution of Cambodia and exacerbates the anger of the Khmer people is being rejected by its citizens. Madam Vice President, we urge the international community to take the revolt of the Khmer people seriously. The Khmer people received assurances from the international community through the Paris Peace Agreement on Cambodia to enjoy a multi-party democracy. In such a situation, Article 5.1 of the Paris Peace Accords on Cambodia states that a violation or threat of violation of any commitments in the agreement, the signatory countries to this instrument undertake to consult immediately with a view to adopting all appropriate steps. Article 5.4 calls upon the competent organs of the United Nations to take appropriate measures to put an end to these violations, to avoid killing of Cambodian civilians who demonstrate in a peaceful manner to demand justice from the recent election.